YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the chart of one of my favorite actresses, Katherine Hepburn. If you look at the eastern horizon when she was born using Vedic sidereal zodiac, you would see the constellation associated with Libra rising at 15 degrees. First, we're going to see how the planets are operating in her chart and when they're operating and during certain events and what could be done to strengthen the chart. So, Sun is weak and in old age. Any planet that's more than 25 degrees has trouble promoting its own significations. It is exalted. It is ruling the house of income. Gives her income through leading roles. Sun is about leadership and partnerships, sitting in the house of partnerships. Does make her heart weak. She did have a stroke. Then we have a weak placement, infant state, afflicted by a K2 exalted moon. That's a lot. Moon is ruling the career house, so gives her a career, and Moon is sitting in the 8th house of research, so giving her career through researching her roles to entertain the public in movies. Mars is at 23 degrees. It is ruling the house of partnerships. It's one of her stronger planets. It gives her passion and success in her partnerships, makes her very independent and an advocate for women's rights. Then we have any planet that's a multiconal sign that's in the 6th, 8th, or 12th. So we just have Virgo sitting in the 12th house, 6th sign of Virgo, and that's ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is close to the sun, combust. That makes it a little bit weak as well. And it, again, gives her ability to take on different roles. Made her quite outspoken, described her personality as a misfit, controversial speech, and it afflicts, it's close to the rising sign degree, so it afflicts that first house and the marriage house. So she did have lots of affairs and non-successful marriage, and some the 12th house has to do with depression, so she had some depression. Jupiter is at 16 degrees, one of her strongest planets as well, ruling the house of success through performing arts, acting, makes her also quite independent, free thinking. So we have a weak placement, exalted Venus. It's ruling that first house. So Venus ruling the first house or sitting in the first house can bring a lot of beauty. She's very beautiful, and it gives her life purpose through acting. Venus is all about acting and performing arts, entertainment, and it gave her very controversial roles. She's has a very feisty, irreverent personality. It is the prime health indicator, and it is connected with Parkinson's disease, which she had towards the end of her life. Weak placement, infant Saturn. Saturn's at any planet less than 5 degrees, again, has trouble. It's said to be in the infant state and can't promote its own significations. So it's ruling the house of creativity through entertainment. It is weak, so she had no children. That's the house of children, the 5th house. Functional malefic, Rahu, Ketu, they're opposite each other in the 4th and the 10th house, which this has to do with work-home life balance, which probably was the cause of her failed marriage, amongst other things. Let's look at the timing of events. So, big traumatic event when she was like 13, I think, discovered her brother had hanged himself. And that was during a Rahu Mercury period. Mercury is end of life. Um, Ra, and Mercury is afflicting Mars. Mars is his brother. We have in 1928, she got married to Luddy, and during a Jupiter period, Jupiter represents husband. In 33, she got an Oscar for Morning Glory during a Saturn period, Saturn entertainment, ruling the House of Entertainment. 37, she had an affair with Howard Hughes. In 41, she had like a 30-year affair with Spencer Tracy. Those were during K2 periods. K2 sitting in the house of home life. In 51, which can make the home life stressful. So these were affairs. In 51, she did the African Queen, which she got a lot of notoriety for. In 67, Spencer Tracy died, which was very traumatic for her. She's very close to him for many years, 30 years. That's during a K2 period, and bringing K2 can be the end of home life. She got an Oscar for Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Around that, let's see, and then another Oscar in '69 for Lion in Winter. These are during Venus periods. Venus connecting with her life purpose for entertainment, making her quite famous. Then she did autobiography during a Jupiter period. Jupiter has to do with writing and publishing. And then she passed away of a tumor in her neck in '03 during a Mercury period. Mercury having to do with the end of life, and it was afflicting Saturn, which is Saturn represents longevity. What could be done to strengthen the chart? So doing some charity work for Rahu and Ketu, and helping children in some way for Mercury. I think she was probably doing all those things, but to strengthen the rest of the weak planets, my favorite remedy is a kavash, a silver locket containing the Devata yantras for her benefic planets to strengthen them. If you'd like to see a kavash, get a reading, or learn Vedic astrology, you can go to www.vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening.